Hi, Jack. How are you doing? And happy. Oh, wait, it's not. Wait, is it Thursday today? Yes, Turnover Thursday. Happy Turnover Thursday, Jack. My question for you is: you faced Tom Brady 10 times so far in your career as defensive coordinator, the head coach. I'm just curious, what have you learned about facing Tom Brady? What have you discerned? What are you taking into Saturday's game from those experiences?
Quite a bit. I mean, obviously he's really good. The combination of Belichick and Brady have won a lot of championships and knocked a lot of people out of the playoffs, like us, a couple times. So a great player and obviously a great competitor. And the most impressive thing for me, looking at him, watching the tape here late in the year, is that he looks like a young man. He does not look like somebody who's maybe tailing off as the year goes on. So I was hoping to see that, but he's it looks like Tampa has been good to him being down there in Florida, and he's moving around well, and his arm is live, and so we've got a big challenge.
And then we asked Ron about this, but I guess I wanted to ask you as well too. He's talked about the exuberance that the defense and the team overall has had, just getting excited for this game. Obviously, I'm sure that Chase Young after the game on Sunday said, "I want Tom." I was curious, what's your reaction to that, but then also to just the reaction to the team that they're willing to step up and they want to face the best of the best. They're not shrinking in this situation.
Yeah, I mean, we're excited to play, to be alive and to be in the tournament. And, we understood that when we won, that we would get Tampa. So I think, he's just laying it out there. I mean, nobody's backing away from it. We're going to go compete. And so, I mean, we've got a young team, and we're looking forward to the challenge. I mean, we are working hard to prepare and understand our opponent. That's what we do each and every week, and it's really no different this week in terms of our approach and how we're attacking it consistently. We'll put a plan together and go compete, but we're looking forward to it.
Thank you, Jack. Appreciate you.
You bet.
Chris Russell, and then Sam Fortier, Pete Haley.
Hey, Jack, good afternoon. Just curious, back in, I guess, August, before you really had any game tape to watch your defense, is this about what you expected in terms of the overall performance? Is this a lot better than you expected? If you could remember back then, just kind of what you were envisioning in your head for your unit.
Well, I don't really look at it that way. I don't try to predict the future. I just attack it each and every day, come in with energy, work on developing the mindset that we need to compete and be tough and work at just coach and teach and working with the staff and developing our players and bringing them along every day. And, really it's more about the process and enjoying the process, enjoying each other, building trust and building accountability and those, just working at it. And so I don't come in, looking at it like, okay, at the end of the year, it's going to look like this. I just, to me, we attack every day and we're looking to maximize every day and every opportunity we have to grow and build trust and an understanding. And that's what we've done.
Thank you, Jack.
You bet.
Jack, your young defenders have talked a lot about, I think, watching Tom Brady as they were growing up as kids. Is there any concern that maybe, the challenge against someone like him is not just physical, but also maybe mental?
It could be, but I don't see it that way. I think our guys are dialed in, working on the preparation, looking forward to competing, and it's just keeping it that simple. So there's no question the guy's a great player. And, some of these guys, I think Chase is 20 and Tom's been doing it for 20 years. So it's like, when he was born, Tom was winning championships. So, look, the guy's sustained success at an amazing level throughout his career. And, but for us, we're not playing 20 years of Tom. We're playing one night and one game and looking forward to the competition.
Thanks, Jack.
You bet.
Pete's not on, I'll go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Jack, just curious, how have you seen Tom Brady adapt to what Bruce Arians does? And are there any concepts they brought over to New England? Like, does he still run some of the same stuff that he had success with there, or has he adapted to an entirely new system?
I think it's been a blend. Obviously, Bruce has done some great things in his career in the league, and bringing Tom in. Obviously they're gonna incorporate some things that Tom likes and does well. So that's been there's been a little bit of blending there. Certainly some things that I remember seeing from the New England approach as well. They're a part of the game now with Tampa, but yeah, I mean, they're good coach, good quarterback, and a lot of good players. They're a very talented offense.
Yeah, I mean, they have so many weapons. Is this the best kind of overall offense or just set of skill players that you've faced this year?
Yeah, I haven't really looked at it like in terms of ranking them. I just know they're really good. Every week there's a new set of challenges, and you're trying to make sure that you account for the playmakers they have and the system that they run and the things they like, and try and get them slowed down. We want to give our offense the ball as much as we can, and to do that we have to slow them down, and so that's the goal. Just get the ball back for our offense as often as possible.
Hey, Jack, the easy thing to say is you have to get pressure on Tom Brady. What does he do that makes it so hard for that to often happen?
Well, he's smart. He's seen it, and he's accurate when he throws the ball. So it's really pretty simple. He makes it look simple. I mean, he makes good decisions, and he's accurate with his passes. And so if we've got to do like you always do to play good pass defense. It takes a combination of rush and coverage. And if you're not getting one or the other, you're going to have problems.
And then the play action game also seems to be a big part of what he's done well. Why is he and their play action game so effective?
Well, they have a really good running back and a really solid approach to running the ball, and then they build their play action off of it. And so, it's to me, it's what the better offenses do. The teams that are able to run it and then pass off that action, those are big challenges.
Thank you.
You bet.
Hey, Jack, you've coached against Rob Gronkowski, obviously, over the years. Just curious what your thoughts on this version of him and kind of where the challenge of dealing with him in conjunction with all the other receivers that they have.
Yeah, it's a big challenge. Obviously, anytime you're going up against Gronk, you understand he's a complete tight end. It's a guy that blocks, runs route, catches, does a little bit of everything. So, and I think in his prime, I think he was probably as dominant a blocker as you'll see at the tight end position. So he's, he may not be as dominant, but he's still pretty darn good. And so, he's a complete player. Some tight ends you match up, you're worried about. They're good receivers. Some guys are good blockers and they're not receivers. And I think he's a blend. He's been a really good player for a long time.
And just to go back to Brady for a second, and I totally respect the idea of you're not playing the resume. It's just about this one game. But obviously, from a historic perspective, Tom Brady's, arguably the best quarterback ever, certainly one of, and you've seen this whole last, many generations at this point of great quarterbacks. What is it, do you think, that separates him from other guys who are very good, but that puts him potentially, at the top of that list?
Yeah, that's hard. It's hard to say. I mean, it's a combination of things. Obviously, he's been very successful. I think he obviously takes tremendous care of himself. But, smart, tough, accurate, competitive. I think he's all those things.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can I go, Sean or Jesse?
Michael Phillips and then you, JP.
Sorry.
Okay, sorry.
How come I don't see anybody's face? You guys are all blacked out. How come?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I wanted to go back to when Ron Rivera had cancer earlier this year, and a couple of the players have cited that this week as just being something that is a motivating factor to them, or, has helped them push through injuries. I'm just wondering what kind of everybody seeing that did for the team and the identity.
I didn't understand the first part of your question. Sorry.
Just what seeing the coach go through something and still continue to coach and power through it, what that did for a young team coming together and building an identity.
Yeah, well, you see a guy, all the time as coaches, we're talking about, put aside distractions and focus on the job, focus on the team and those types of things. And with Ron, it's one thing to have something in your life going on, but to have a battle with cancer and the treatment that he went through, and to see him and the toughness and the determination and the grit, I think the team kind of understands a little bit better what it looks like to man up and to handle things and to keep fighting. And so, this has been a resilient team. I mean, we've been down in games, things have happened, and nobody's batted an eye. We just keep playing and keep fighting. I mean, that's one thing you can say about this team, regardless of all the other things you'd like to see or want to see or hope to see. The fighting spirit of this group is special, and I think Coach Ron provided a tremendous example of what that looks like.
Last one, JP Finley.
Thank you. Sorry, Jack, I'm in the car, so I'm just using the mute button. That's why there's no video.
All right, we don't want to cause no accidents now. Be smart.
That was my thought. Yes, sir. I just wanted to ask, Antonio Brown's really starting to come on for Tampa, but there's not a ton of tape as far as kind of what his role has been in his short time frame there. How do you guys prepare specifically for him, knowing the type of player he can be?
Well, we understand he's a really, really good football player, very explosive. And so since the bye, his production has really spiked. And so he is heavily involved, and they're continuing to do things with him that he's good at. And so it's like anything, they're growing it as they go and building on it, and we'll have to be ready for him. So, got quickness, got route running ability, ability to pluck the ball. And so he's a good player.
And then my last one, Ron kind of talked about, you and he have developed a relationship this year where you've known each other forever, but you've never coached together like this. How do you think it's gone between you and Ron on a coaching level, personal level, all of those things?
It's been great. I mean, I don't know how it could go any better. I'm going to support him and do anything that I can to help him and help him be successful here. And come in and be a good staff member and confidant. Whatever he needs, I'm there to support him. And so, and he's a great guy to work for. He's been tremendous. So I would say it's, plus. So we've talked. He's leaned on me for certain things, and it's been an honor to just be here and work in this capacity and lead this defense for him.